It's Tiffany Ashton with ClinEssentials. I am an industry professional who started off as a clinical research coordinator and over the years held various positions such as CRA, CTM, and also project manager. Today I'm here to talk about how to perform drug accountability as a CRA. I'll start. Okay, so first we're going to talk about drug accountability prep items that you would do prior to you going on site to visit your study coordinator and your investigator. So a couple of items that you would need to pull prior to doing drug accountability. You would want to get your IVRS system report of all kits that were ever shipped to the site. You also want to get a report of all kits that were ever dispensed to patients, as well as a report of anything that may have expired while the kits have been at the site. So those are 3 IVRS reports that you want to pull. In addition, prior to going on site, you do want to confirm whether or not your site can destroy IP on site or whether or not it has to be shipped back to the study depot. So that's another tidbit that you want to just confirm beforehand. And it also could depend on your study. Maybe all drug needs to be returned to the study depot and cannot be destroyed on site. So you do want to find that out. Now, say for instance that it does need to go back to the study depot, you want to make sure that you get any forms that need to be completed, as well as the way bill and the account number for shipping back to the study depot. You also want to have, let's say you're shipping back, you want to have tamper evident tape. You can get a small roll and put in your work bag, or possibly your site has it, but you do want to have some tamper evident tape because you do need to secure that box of drug once it's accounted for to send back via FedEx or DHL, whatever the carrier is. And I like to have permanent markers available while I'm doing drug accountability, just in case I need to mark on the actual drug bottle. Maybe you may put a black dot at the top, at the bottom, or something at the top showing that you've already accounted for that particular bottle. So that may be good to have your permanent markers. Then you might want to have a pill counting tray. And in this pill counting tray, or with this pill counting tray, it easily helps you count pills when you're doing drug accountability. And say, for instance, you have 100 of these bottles. You may not want to touch the drug with your bare hands. You could also use a glove, but this little pill counting tray is very helpful. You can count, put it back in, very easy. So this is saved me a lot of times when I was monitoring multiple drug returns on one visit. And then lastly, you want to make sure you have your drug-related CRA audit notes. So when you're doing your monitoring on site, you want to make sure that you may need to say, please reconcile, something doesn't match the source in the master drug accountability log. You may have a protocol deviation that was noted because the compliance level required for randomization was not met. You may have a please clarify if you can't figure out what was returned. It's not clear in the notes or on the patient log. You may have a please add to the drug accountability log because a packing slip with maybe 20 or 30 drug bottles were not added to the master drug accountability log. So that may be another alert that you need to action for your study coordinator. You also may have a temperature excursion that's noted in the drug temperature log that's kept on site. And lastly, there may be something that needs to be filed, possibly an IVRS confirmation of acknowledgement of the packing slip of a packing slip that came, or maybe the patient's confirmation of what they actually received and was dispensed. So these are a few tips on how to prepare to do drug accountability when you get on site. Stay tuned for our next video on how to perform drug accountability when you are on site. Thanks for viewing, and please be sure to like, share, We're on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook as well. And we will see you again soon. Thanks.